Oil prices have hit the highest in a long time. Right now, Brent crude's $56 a barrel. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, okay, the media, the internet is full of shit. If you haven't figured out by now that most of the news that you read, listen to, watch, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, most of it is BS. All right. Now, I'm here to tell you, I've been following oil and gas for the last 26 years, mainly over the last 15 years, and nothing ever added up. Tell me this, why under the Bush administration, oil prices were well over $100 a barrel? Under the Obama administration, oil prices were over $100 a barrel. And all of a sudden, Trump gets in office and oil prices drop down to $50-something a barrel. It doesn't make any sense because oil prices have always been manipulated, but all of a sudden you get Trump in office, oil prices are low. Why? You got to ask yourself these questions. See, 1 and 1 does not equal 2 in these scenarios. The straw that broke the camel's back and woke up so many red-blooded Americans was Twitter banning Trump from the platform. He had over 80 million followers, 70 million people voted for him, and he's currently a seated president, and they banned him. What does that tell you guys? Guys, I'm here to tell you the things that you see are what they want you to see. If you're trying to find the smoking gun for Hillary Clinton, for Nancy Pelosi, for Biden, the pay-to-play games, Obama, you're not going to find it. Why? Because the platform that you're searching on, Twitter, Google runs the internet. Over roughly 90% of the market share of searches go through Google. The other 8% is it goes through Bing, okay? Maybe even 10%, okay? And then there's some other smaller search engines. Bill Gates owns Bing. Google owns one of the biggest search engines in the world, and they hate Donald Trump. And Twitter has proven the bias. CNN, Facebook. And so here, I'm here to tell you, the same people that hate Donald Trump, the same people that push the agenda that every single red-blooded American that's a patriot, that loves America, that is Republican, is a lunatic, we're crazy, we're stupid. They have painted the picture that we are ignorant and we're science deniers. We deny the fact that fossil fuels is destroying the world. Now, the same people that drag us through the mud day in and day out are the same guys that are pushing the agenda that fossil fuels is evil, that global warming is real, and it's all because of fossil fuels. The same guys that push that agenda are also pushing the agenda that Tesla is going to save the day. The Green New Deal is going to revolutionize the energy landscape, and we don't need oil anymore. And see, that is not backed by true science. That's an agenda. They know the truth. I mean, they're using one situation at the White House, one riot, which was probably Antifa. But they're blaming it on Republicans. One situation, and that justifies banning Trump from Twitter and shutting down Parler. I mean, Amazon shut down Parler. Big tech is in control, guys. They're in control. The only conservative platform we had to communicate without being controlled by the left was Parler, and it was shut down. That's power, guys. But those same guys have an agenda against fossil fuels. So what does that mean? What does that mean for fossil fuels? Does that mean I need to get off fossil fuels? I need to invest in green? No, it's actually creating the perfect storm for the oil and gas industry. The truth speaks for itself, and the demand is growing. See, you're not going to see this on the internet. Just like you're not going to see anything positive about Donald Trump. It might be up there for 5 minutes and all of a sudden it's taken down. But the truth behind fossil fuels is that oil is the cheapest fuel source. Fossil fuels is the only energy source that runs the world. Green tech is pie in the sky. There's a lot of potential behind it. But as of right now, as of this very hour, green tech cannot replace fossil fuels. Otherwise, they would have already done it already. So what's really going on? See, this is the stuff you won't be able to find on Google. You won't be able to find it on Facebook, Twitter. Nowhere in the world is going to tell you this except an inner circle of a few men. Biden probably doesn't even know what the hell's going on. He's a puppet. Who's pulling those strings? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. Is somebody in the Middle East? Is it European? Is it? I don't know. Who knows? Is it the same people that run the Federal Reserve, which nobody knows who owns that, by the way, but they're the ones that fund America. Every central bank is in the world except for North Korea and Cuba. And who funds the central banking system? The Federal Reserve. But we don't know who they are. Just like we don't know who's pulling the strings for Biden. But I'm here to tell you right now, the ones that are really going to cash in from this is Russia, is Iran, Saudi Arabia, the guys in the Middle East, the guys that have 60 to 80% of their GDP in oil. Those guys are going to benefit from this tremendously because green technology is not going to work. And based on a lot of things I've read, the green energy bubble is going to burst. I don't know. It's just like the dot-com bubble. Tesla cannot replace all the vehicles out there. The tech is not there. It's just not there. The grid can't handle the Teslas. Our grid needs to be upgraded. Batteries cannot replace fossil fuels. It's a non-renewable substance. Look, guys, it's just not there. But the problem is the agenda, Twitter, Facebook, Google, YouTube, the internet, every media outlet has pushed green tech and has made you believe that it's possible. And they have made you believe that it's proven. But it's not. Fossil fuels, see, we're in a mess, guys. Fossil fuels is the only thing that could drive the world right now. It's the only energy source that is pushing us forward. But you're not going to hear that on mainstream media. You're not going to hear that from anybody else's mouth except for small YouTube channels like mine. And so you got to ask yourself, okay, so if under Bush oil prices were over $100 a barrel, if under Obama oil prices were over $100 a barrel, then all of a sudden Trump gets in and oil prices drop in half, a third of what the prices are a third of what they were under Bush. The prices are a third of what they were under Obama. You got to ask yourself, why? Look, you're not going to Google, Obama gets caught with his pants down, taking billions of dollars from Iran, from the Middle East, from Russia. You're not going to see that. You never will. They could erase anything they want on the internet. That's the world we live in, guys. They erased Donald Trump. One of the most powerful men in the world was ejected by big tech. If they could do that to Donald Trump, then they could do that for any kind of information. They just blot it out. They just blot it out. This laptop that was found, and look, guys, I'm not going down a rabbit hole. I don't like conspiracies. I tried to focus on people that I trust. And if I hear it out of their mouth, I might believe it. But from what I understand, Nancy Pelosi's brother got caught raping underage kids. But eventually that's all going to be erased. It's all going to be gone. All right. So Sean, get to the point. What are you saying? What I'm saying is that, look, I can't control what happens out there. All right. I could vote for the guy I want in office. I could vote for my local governing officials here in the city I live in. But it's a waste of time to try to explain things to people on Facebook or whatever, a biased medium. It's all biased. It's all controlled. But if you can't beat them, join them. I'm here to tell you that oil and gas is going to skyrocket under these conditions. The green tech bubble is going to burst once people find out that demand is continuing to grow. In the demand for oil increases and the production of oil decreases because you've got all of big tech pushing the agenda that fossil fuels is evil. Generation X, all the millennials is investing in green tech. All the brokers for stock, all the stockbrokers are switching to green tech. Why? Because they don't make any money from the older generation. They think that, hey, fossil fuels is probably a good place to be. And they probably know the truth because they have all the fundamentals, they have all the understanding. But the guys at top, what are they telling them? Hey guys, green tech, that's the thing. Let's focus on that. Sell green tech to all of your investors and what have you. Look, guys, it's all BS. Donald Trump was focused on oil and gas, beefing up the oil and gas industry because he knew that if he can produce enough oil to get off foreign oil dependency, he could get the money out of the wrong hands. So as long as we produce less oil, Middle East is going to get richer. Green tech is going to fall on their faces. Look, maybe 30 years from now, guys, I believe that we will have a technology that could get us off fossil fuels. But even if today they announce we have the battery, that can charge in a matter of minutes. It can hold so many megawatts of electricity. And now we could start replacing all the power plants with wind turbines and solar power panels and what have you, because we've got the battery tech now to do that. Even if they did, it would take like 30 years to transfer everything to the new tech. I mean, Tesla has to be charged. Gas-powered cars, you show up to the gas station and they fill it up. There's no time there. You don't have to run anything down the grid. It's just a tank underneath the asphalt. But Tesla, in order to charge it, you got to run even more electricity on a grid that needs to be replaced, upgraded. Guys, I'm here to tell you, don't believe anything you read right now. Even if it's from the right, even if it's from the party that you are affiliated with, I wouldn't believe much of what you're hearing at all. And a lot of the news that you read today, they're taking information from other news sources. I mean, I read news all day long and I'm like, look, none of this adds up. It doesn't add up at all. All right, guys, I'm Sean Pruitt, president of Kingdom Exploration. I'm telling you right now, and if I have to eat crow, I'll eat crow. I'll get on here and say I was wrong. But I'm telling you right now, tensions are rising, and we're on a roller coaster ride, and we're going to see some of the highest oil prices we've ever seen. That's the agenda. Don't buy into all these smoke and mirrors. Green tech is where it's at. Look, they're saying, hey, look here at my hand, while the other hand is dipping into the pockets of the Middle East, taking a lot of money. And see, I don't even think Biden even knows what's going on. I don't think Biden's smart enough to understand what is really happening. The guys on top are telling him what to say, what to do. Turn left, turn right. Say this, say that. Poor guy. All right, guys. Until next time, we'll talk soon. Thanks.